G'day mate, and welcome back to Capital Mystery with me, JD. In our last episode, we got our aluminum up and running, as well as our aluminium, which means today it's going to be all about the titanium. Yes, today we're going to be doing nothing but setting up titanium, which means I need to ask you, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like. I like to borrow a like before the titanium gets up and running. If you didn't enjoy the video, you didn't think it was worth your while, then by all means, you can have your like back. But obviously, you can't ask for any of my titanium. So first thing I need to do is I need to actually have a couple more people because we only have 132 idle workers, and I can tell you we're going to need a lot more. So can I get 5 of those upgraded, please? That should boost our population numbers. All right, first thing I'm going to need to do is obviously get titanium rolling. So can I get titanium turned on? This is going to let us bring in, turn our titanium ore into crushed titanium ore, which then I need to run through a couple of arc furnaces to convert the titanium ore crushed with some graphite and some water into molten iron, which is a byproduct, along with titanium slag, a little bit of steam and a little bit of exhaust. So this is mostly about the byproducts, and I need to actually have 4 of you guys because you're going to process 48 titanium ore crushed each. Now, obviously, the iron they're going to be outputting, I want to shove that into a couple of steel smelters. Why? Because I don't really need iron, but I really like steel. So we're going to get those up and running. Same time, I'm going to need a little bit of oxygen, have them running as well. And actually, I'm going to need a little bit more because another byproduct from our aluminum was in the process we made red mud. Red mud I'm choosing to mix with acid because no matter what, I'm going to get some slag out. But if I mix it with acid rather than seawater, I get iron ore crushed. Iron ore crushed does give me, if I have 12 of these guys, does give me 1 furnace running flat out, making more molten iron, which of course I would like to shove in here if I could. Okay, so we're going to process that into steel as well. Actually, that also means, can I get you to go away, please? I have that oxygen pipe be built right the way along. All right, so with that happening, we can now process that molten iron and get out the main product we actually want, which is the titanium slag. Now, titanium slag is not good enough for us to smelt yet. I need to actually take it and process it a little bit further. As part of this list, it means we need to take that, we need to bring it up to the front. Up to the front, we have a couple of chem plants. They're going to take in titanium slag, plus some chlorine and some graphite, and give us titanium chloride, plus more slag and more carbon dioxide. So if we can just get 4 of you guys turned on, that would be really helpful. Can I get that belt? So we bring in the graphite, and that should also bring in my chlorine. It does. Okay, so this is going to bring our titanium slag plus our chlorine. Again, like I said, more graphite. Finally going to give us titanium chloride along with the slag and the carbon dioxide. Need to do a few things with those. First thing I need to do is I actually need to get another pipe built. That pipe there. Probably that pipe there. All right. Yes, that's going to be our titanium chloride pipe. And actually, there's a belt in there that's also buried and didn't get built. Oh, does that mean everything's built now? Graphite's on its way, and my titanium chloride's already here. Perfect. All right. So yes, this is going to give us our titanium chloride, and that goes into a pipe that somewhat resembles naphtha. Yeah, which then heads into a distillation stage 3, which is the building that handles naphtha, and that's going to take our titanium chloride, mix it with a little bit of high pressure steam, and give us titanium chloride pure, and also a little bit of depleted steam back. So I need to get 4 of you guys running, if you would not mind. And of course, they need a little bit of steam. We have a high pressure steam. We have a boiler right here, just an electric boiler, just tapped into a little bit of water, and that's going to put in the high pressure steam. High pressure steam is obviously going to be able to clean up the titanium chloride for us, but also the depleted steam I need to deal with, which we're going to be running into a couple of cooling towers, so we can at least recover some of that water. Same time, I should mention that we have low pressure steam coming out of our arc furnaces. You've seen me do this before, and we're going to do it again. We're going to be running that through a bunch of pipe balancers and also a generator. Yeah, we're just going to run them through a couple of low pressure turbines. 2 of these are going to give us 12 megawatts worth of mechanical power, and then I have a little bit left over, so I can put it in a low pressure turbine as well. Get another 3 megawatts worth of mechanical power, and we're just going to be shoving that all into a single drive shaft that's just set to burn the power as quickly as you can. So with this running, you should. Where is my products? Where are my products? Exhaust is broken. Okay, I need to build all of those pipes, please. Okay. Oh, you can flush your exhaust. Much better. Okay, so now we can flush our exhaust, and that should give me, hopefully, enough titanium slag to then get enough titanium chloride, so then we can output our titanium chloride in this pipe. I need U-built, please, and U-built, please. And that should be able to take our titanium chloride through this pipe all the way back to the start, where we have, again, more chemical plants. These chemical plants can take in the titanium chloride pure with some salt, finally give us the titanium sponge, and return some of the chlorine we put into the process in the first place. It's still very much chlorine negative, but I'm still going to have some chlorine as a byproduct, which needs to head back into a balancer and be the priority in, so we make sure we use the byproduct first rather than anything else. And once we have enough titanium chloride in here, we should be able to have this process running. You guys are running, you guys are running. No, it's still exhaust. Haha. You. There's always one pipe. Okay. Yeah, all the exhaust is connected directly into the lovely scrubber. Yeah, so with that now going, you should be receiving in your sponge in just a second. This belt right here. You can see, yes, it is flowing, so that's bringing our sponge into here, which means we should get more titanium chloride. Output is full. That's even better. Oh, that's the wrong direction. There you go. Little minor things in blueprints. Yep. Okay, so that should bring all that out to here. That should get you and you have enough of the titanium sponge, which is the main thing that we're actually trying to get our hands on. And then, actually, can I build this one? Can I have you being built? Okay. That'll finally let us take our titanium sponge, mix it with more graphite, more water, and finally get molten titanium. 48 molten titanium with a little bit of low pressure steam. We've already said that goes straight into a turbine, gives us back a little bit of power, which is probably good because this whole system chews down a shit ton of power. And then finally, the molten titanium can head up this way and goes to another building that sucks down even more power. This is the new alloy mixer, which will mix the molten titanium with the molten aluminium and give us molten titanium alloy. Of course, once we have molten titanium alloy, I need to take that titanium alloy, mix it with a little bit of water in a cool caster, and get me back some titanium plates. And that finally means I now have titanium plates up and running. Now, you may notice that this has, well, this also needs some of the molten aluminium. That's why there's a balancer in here. The balancer makes sure that, hopefully, at all times this remains full, because it's very nice if aluminium is working. But titanium relies on aluminium working, hence they're built beside one another, literally right on top of one another. And I've made sure that it prioritizes in here first, because at the end of the day, you need to have titanium running. You need to have titanium running, and it's much more important it runs over aluminium in the grand scheme of things. We'll find out more about that as time progresses. All right, a few things I need to do is special ops. Special ops is done. They had a project, and that was to get this tunnel built. So can I get you guys cobblestone surface? Can I go from here to here, please? Let's get a little bit of paint. Can I go for that one? Can I go for this? Can I pop that there and there and there and there? And then can I just put a border here to here and here? Here. Okay, hopefully the trucks can get that filled in fairly quickly, and that means I need to give them a new project. Their new project is they're going to be actually heading over to the far edge of the map, because I am trying to unlock new areas for us to go play with. All right, so they're going to go over and do that. Also means I want to fill in, where is a dirt tower? A dirt tower. Can I have a dirt tower come to, where is titanium? Titanium's here. Can I edit area? Can I have that pre-selected? And can I help the trucks out by having me do this? And then can I have them fill in that? Okay, can I have, where are we? Deletes. Can I have that deletes and that deletes too? Cool. All right, so they're going to do that. All right, now this is running. I'm going to have a few problems come up very, very soon. First thing I need to do is I need to deal with byproducts. We have a number of byproducts in here that I really, really need to deal with. First one is going to be steel. Steel is currently just sitting on a belt, and if it's not moving, then nothing's going to end up moving. So can I have our belt? Can I have you belt at height number 5? Can you come from here to... That'd be really nice if that worked for me, but I guess it doesn't. All right, can I have you go from here down to there? Great. Can I remove that? Can we get this part built first? All right, can I cut my water pipe right here? Actually there and there as well, please. Thank you. All right, so take steel. I need to take steel from here all the way to... can you come to here, please? No. That tile, and then across here as best as possible. Excellent. And then I want you to come to here, and then I'm not sure where exactly. So we'll start from this side. Can I come under the bridge and then up, please? Thank you very much. Can I come up height number 5 over here? And steel. Steel needs to come all the way to this tile, and then can I get that built and that built? Yep, that's everything built all the way back. Oh, no, there's that piece as well. All right, then here, I want to put in a flat lift. Can I... Nope, you're one tile too long. Okay, can I have that go away? Flat lift. Can I have you go in here? Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to bring our steel through to here. Once my steel gets through here, I need to put it under this bridge. The best thing about this new update is I can move that over by top. So 0.4 ye, and we're going to see the whole thing construct, and then slide over one tile. Thank you very much. All right, can I just continue bringing my steel? I need my steel under here, and then I'm going to come to this tile, face that way, and then just move electronics 3 for just 1 second. Thank you. And can I have you go away? Can I get a flat lift from here up to height number 5? Thank you very much. Can I get that done? And can I reconnect that? Because electronics 3 is linked to maintenance 3, which is sort of important I have running. All right. Can I have you at height number 5? And it's steel to come all the way through to here. And then I could have dumped steel multiple times by now. But what I actually want to do is I need to make sure this belt moves at all times. This is the most important belt to have running, because if this is not running, it means technically aluminium stops running and steel and titanium stop running, because they both have a byproduct of steel. So I need to drop this flat lift, please, in here, and plug that in there, hit flip, and can I get you and you built? All right, with that done, this balancer, I want this to be the new priority in. I don't care really where the steel comes from as far as the other smelters are concerned. All of the iron/steel smelters are all designed to do iron first and then steel as a byproduct, I guess you could call it. So I need to make sure this belt is our primary and runs hopefully flat out. What I missed? I missed this belt. Okay, if I get that belt done, that should mean that this all kicks back into action, because it can now get rid of the excess steel. So the excess steel is going to go that way. It then becomes my primary steel in over, well, any of the old steel manufacture we're doing, which is technically a cut back on our iron ore, which probably could be a good thing. All right, so with that happening, I also need to get a few other things done. First off, acid. We are using, well, in the original blueprint, we were using our 2 Mark II mixers making acid. So I need to at least replace them with 1 new one, just to make sure that my acid supply keeps up with what we're using. Can I put you there? Can I take you and dump that into there? Thank you very much. That failed. Can I put you here? Okay, can I have you built? All right, you are going to bring in, well, you're going to bring use 60 water. That means I need to have 240 water at this point, and then 120 water at that point, which I have. And acid-wise, I need to output 72, so that means 144. That means 210 about there, and that means you need to be a Mark III pipe. You are a Mark III pipe, and you also need to be a Mark III pipe out. So I can make sure I have enough acid going to the right, go into our titanium build, and also going to the left to make sure we keep up with the amount we need for copper. So that's the first thing I need to get fixed, get running, and make sure that that's going to run perfectly fine with our upgrades. All right. The other thing you might have noticed with generally all of titanium, and it's even written in the blueprints, with the blueprints themselves. Can we go to this one? This needs to have 72 salt in and also 288 brine along with that chlorine. So chlorine, we've already unpaused and built a couple of electrolyzers, so that should be fine. Salt should be okay, but I can tell you long term it's not going to be okay. So what I actually want to do is I want to double up these guys. So I want to have twice the amount of salt or brine being produced. So we're going to start over here with a pump. And can I get pump? That's 2, that's 4, that's 6, that's 8, and that is 9 pumps. Can I get 9 pumps, please? Can I get a Mark IV pipe please. Thank you. Can you come from this balancer to here and then down to this point, I guess. Yep. And then can I grab pipes? Can I get a Mark II pipe? Can I get a Mark II pipe to pop into there? That's not going to work. Can I get a Mark II pipe to pop in here? Then also there. And then on this side, can I get a Mark II from here to here? Gotta remember Mark II only moves 200 and each one of these guys outputs 108. So I need a Mark II into the main pipe over and over. But at this point, you need to be a Mark III pipe. No. You need to be a Mark III pipe. Yes. Okay. So, and then after the fourth one, so I have 400 in here. Yeah, 400 in here, 400 and a bit in here. I need that pipe to actually become Mark 5, Mark 4. Mark 4. I need to move 900. So can I get that done as well? All right, so that should give us a bunch more seawater. Bunch more seawater comes over here. That pile of seawater I want to bring from here to here and then up to here somewhere. Because what I actually want to do is I want to take this brine pipe. This brine pipe is from these desalinators. These desalinators, when they're producing clean water with the depleted steam that comes from our power plant, the brine gets first prioritized into this bucket by going from the top balancer to the bottom balancer. And then if this bucket happens to be full of brine, which in theory it should be, but if not, it's being supplemented from our new salt/brine makers, the excess brine then passes out this way. Well, actually, technically this pipe should probably almost never have brine in it, because in theory, what should actually happen is this brine should go in first and these guys should turn off. But what I actually want to do is I want to double this whole system. So can I remove there to there? Can I also remove from there to there? Can I get both those removed? And then can I copy this in its entirety and flip it? And then can I put this back? Where are I? In that tile, please. Yep, that should do us. All right. So can I get that salt plugged in? Can I get that brine plugged in? I want all the brine to come this way. I actually want to come out this end. At height 1, can I come to here? And then can I come back to... we're going to go above this pipe. Yeah, we're going to go above to there. And then actually I want to chop out that part. Can I get you? Go from here down one top. Cool. I want to get that done. And can I also get... this belt needs to be chopped back further. Thank you very much. So I can hook in my giant pipe full of seawater, and then you are going to come around, around and into here. Great. Can I get that done? Right. Can I plug in you, and can I flip that salt and that brine? All right. So the plan is you should be able to produce 48 brine. Okay, 48 brine, which means this is going to be 100 brine. That's going to be 200 brine. This is now 300, 400, which means you and you both need to be upgraded. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 900. So in the end of the day, I should be able to have an awful lot of brine flow through this pipe. Can I get all of that done? Can I then come back to here and do all of those a second time? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there, and that should be everything. Okay, can I get that done? Can I flip that so it flows that way? And then all I should have to do is, build all of those. With all those built, they should be able to take in the seawater. Got to remember our seawater here. I have an awful lot of seawater pumps, but we're prioritizing the seawater to head over to the desalinators first. The desalinators should cover our need for brine, and if they don't, then we have this system here that can then produce more brine. No matter what, I still need to have an exit pipe for the amount of brine that we have, in case everything ends up full and we don't need any brine for that exact second. I still might need to have, I definitely need to have the depleted steam be processed and potentially need to have the clean water go somewhere. So I have 6, I output 6 each, and I have 24 of them, so I have 144 potential brine I need to get rid of. So I'm going to have a Mark II pipe. This is going to come off the top balancer, which is where this goes in. And we're going to bring you up to height 2, please. Can I bring you over to here, and then over to here. And I don't think, maybe I can go over that now. I want you to try and stay level if possible. There. No. Okay, you can't stay level. But if I leave you here for 2 seconds, can I remove that and all of that? And you can go in there instead. Okay, so we still need to have that brine dump, and I only need technically 2 dumps, which means we've got overkill, but that's all right, the rest of them are not built. That went up to go down. Of course it did. Can we straighten that back out, please? Come on, go away. From here to there. Thank you. All right. Done. All right, so that should cover our salt needs. So that should make sure that our salt stays full. That should make sure our chlorine stays full. That should make sure that our brine stays full, and also our chlorine stays full. All right, that's vehicle limit 3. Cool. Can I have 0 idle? Cool. Can we? Actually, no. Ooh, do I want more choppy boys? I don't know. Okay, first off, I need to deal with Mr. Shippy Shippy. Mr. Shippy Shippy has too much depleted ammo, uranium, which I still can't turn to ammo. So can I get another bucket built for just a little bit more of that? Too much poop. We are over the 200. No, hang on. You process 160 each. 160 times 3 is 480. So we're over the 480 limit for the amount of poop we can process, which means I don't have you built. I also didn't have you 2 built. And you are full of biomass. Unfortunately, I'm using the older blueprint. The newer blueprint, I made just a little bit of space in here, so you actually have a bucket that'll tell you if you are full on biomass. As I don't have that, I have no idea how long I've been full for, but if I process the biomass, like I have been doing, into more compost means more dirt, which is why this dirt bucket seems to be constantly full, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing is more dirt means I have more parts of the map to fill in with just dirt, which means potentially more areas where I can plant things. The catch is it's constantly full and constantly needs empty. Can I have you go? Okay, can I grab this belt? Oop, this belt needs to. Can I have there? Oop. You need to come out. And then I need you to get to, say, here. I can put a lift. Okay, the sulfur still needs to get out as well. Can I have the sulfur do? Looks great. Wonderful. Love it. Okay. Can I get a transport U-shaped lift? Can we go here? That should be high enough that I can bring you to... Good question. You need to go to here of all places. The reason is that is a 5-tail gap. A 5-tail gap is the minimum required to get a big truck in here to get to our sulfur, and I'd like it not to complain. Big trucks can't get there. So can I have you come to here and then into there, and then can we hook that in? Can I hook that in? And then can I get a little bit of belt from here to here and to here? Great. That should be able to process our biomass and make sure that I can get a little bit of extra dirt content out of this build, and that I'm happy about. All right, high supply of recyclables. Cool. So you're maxed out. You're maxed out, which means you're on this belt. This belt is traveling to there, to there, to there. You're only 65% full, so it just means I need to upgrade that belt and have room for more recyclables. No, actually, and that belt. Room for more recyclables to get out of the town, because with increased population, we've obviously increased the amount of household appliances and also household goods we're using. Also probably increased the amount of luxury goods I'm consuming, which is all producing extra recyclables, which is why this belt needs to be upgraded. Okay, that's also solved. Radioactive waste. Okay, that's the problem I need you to remind me to come back to. We're going to have to fix that in the future. Can I get that built? Can I get that unbuilt? Because I missed that earlier. Can you remove, and remove? Can I grab one of them? Can I throw that there? Can I have you at a destination on those tiles? And you can go away. All right, so that's also too much trash problem. High supply of titanium we need to come back to. Rubber, I think is fine. I think I just spent a bunch of it on belts, but we're going to make sure and just throw in another one of these just to be sure. All right, so that should be everything up till now. So oh, actually no, there's one other thing I said I had to deal with, which was this. This is not accessible, which is both bad and bad. So can we just remove you really quickly? And then can I bring my belt from here to here to here, above the salts? Let's go. And then from there, can I come around to here? Here is where we have a input for sulfur. So can I come to that tile, thank you. And then from there, you immediately run to a pipe. Of course you do. Okay. I have you be at height 3. Oh, and then you run to a belt instead. Wow. Gosh, I'm lucky. Okay, you are at height 5. I'm coming down to the up. Alright. Can I have you remove? Okay. Can I bring our sulfur out? At height 4, we're going to go straight to height 4. Actually, we're going to go straight to height 5 because I want you to plug it in there. Alright. Can I, before I build that one, make sure I can get my slag through here still? I can. That works for me. Great. Can I get both of those built? So that means our sulfur output from is this guy. It's literally just this guy who is short on water for... Oh, because I disconnected that water pipe. That's why you're short on water. Yep. Can I have you go from there to there? Perfect. Okay. And can I have somebody come build this concrete? Okay. You need... no, that one. Can I have that built, please? Nice. That was the wrong type of concrete. Actually, I like it. No, we're going to leave that as concrete, not cobblestone. All right, so that should do that. You are inaccessible, but I think... Oh, no, you're inaccessible because this is still in the way. All right, can I remove you, and you? And we can remove the other side as well. Because we're finished with this one. We've gone and dug a new one. And can I have you... I don't need to spend it on the footpaths. I just need to have though, well, on the concrete. Just need that to go away. Okay, with that gone away, I should be able to have this go straight to there. Excellent. And have this also get lifted up to height 4. If it's at height 4, that means the bigger truck should be able to get past without a problem. Can I remove that as well? Cool. Can we come from here to height 4, please? To there. Yep. And then to there, and then to there. Cool. And it looks like, yeah, with us removing the retaining walls, there's a little dip in the ground. So we're going to need just a tiny bit more dirt to fill that back up. But that should mean that's now accessible by the other trucks. Okay. High supply of trash. Oh boy. Output is full. Output is full. My output is full. No. Oh shit, it doesn't connect. That was what you mean. Okay. Go away. Can I have that go to the... No? Okay. Oh, fine. Go from here directly to that one then. That works for me too. Okay, as long as you connect to the bucket, I don't care. Because trash is not meant to fill up like that. Can I have you upgraded? Alright. I want to build the rest of titanium, but I want to make sure I have a few other baseline things put in place, like I have a small problem with power. Each reactor has each reactor has a total of 8 power generator larges on them. Okay, these do 30, 60, 90, 120. So this is 120. This is 240. This brings us up to 360, and I'm at no, hang on. That's 30, 60. Yep. 120. Really? Doesn't seem right. 15 is 30, plus, okay. 8 times 15 is 120. 120 times 3 is 360. Yeah, it is. Oh, because I'm looking at the total. That's why. Yep, 360. So 360 is the maximum amount of power I can produce. And we can see for the short period that sort of everything turned on when it came to titanium, I went way over that. So, even though I don't technically produce uranium fuel rods nearly fast enough, I need to have another nuclear reactor. Can I dump you right there? Something's in the way. What's in the way? A tree? A tree can go away. I don't understand. It's literally a tree. Oh, bugger. You're one tile longer. Okay, can I have that removed? Can I have the hedgehog team that removes all things that I need by pressing H to go in there? Can I line you up on the far right? Can I put that in, which means that the pipe for this pipe here. This pipe here didn't get built. Which goes from there to there. Okay, can I go from you? Let's follow that pipe. That pipe goes into that side. Okay, so I need to go from here to there, which technically works for me. Okay, in second thoughts, can I not remove those? Yeah, let's not remove those. Alright, can I chop you back a little bit? Can I have another one of these? Can I put you down? Can I have edit designation? Can I fill that back in? Can't build those two, but the rest I should be able to build. And can I remove you? Okay, first thing I need to do, I need to get this bucket full of water. So can I go to here? Can I have a priority out right there? Can I grab this? Can I have you come from there? I don't care how this pipe gets here. I just need to have enough water in the reactor tank to fire it up. Once it's been fired up, the system produces extra water, so it will self-fill the tank. Like I said, I just need to have the pipe over here once and have the tank filled once. I could technically probably steal... Oh, God. I don't want to remove the whole thing. So can I just remove that part? Oh, can I have that pipe back? Can you go from here to there? Great. Can I have that built? And can I have that built? And whatever silly bit I built in there, can I remove that? Cool. It produces its own water. So I just need to have water in the tank to get us started. All right, next thing I want to do is I want the trucks loose on all of this. All right, other thing I need to do to get another nuclear reactor up and running is have another pump and another dump. So can I put you two there? Can I plug you into here? And can I plug you into here? This is a Mark II pipe, which means now I have two of them together. I need to have a Mark III pipe. So can I get that done? And then all I need to do is come to here, take this pipe and run it straight into that place. Cool. That's the seawater in. And then my brine out. Height 4, if I'm lucky. Sure, they can go under there, and then I guess it's just going to loop up, because why the hell not? Alright, so that should be brine plugged in, that should be the seawater plugged in, and then I just need to have a nuclear reactor, just needs a couple more things. One of them is fuel rods. Can I grab you? Can I put you here? Actually, can I put you back where you were? Okay, can I get fuel rods? Can I get fuel rods from here to here at height 4? Didn't think so. Okay, if I move you out of the way just a little bit and you out of the way a little bit, can I then grab my belt and can I have you come and start here at height 4 and go there? Thought I could. And then can I have you attach here? Okay, and then if I flip this so it's going in the right direction, remove that piece off the end and put you there, you now all connect. Okay, can I have fuel rods start coming in? I also need to bring out or take away the spent fuel. So we're going to bring this from here. Okay, I prefer it if you went over the top of the existing belt, just saying. Can I have you go here, 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 and then to that tile, and then, really? So I thought, you can go straight across. Okay. Have you come to there and then do the exact same trick where I remove the last pillar and then attach the lift, and as far as I'm concerned, the belt's attached to the lift is support, so it doesn't need extra support. Okay, I need to have a reactor up and running, which needs an awful lot of construction parts, and either I don't have enough in uni or I don't have enough in uni. Can I do that instead? Okay, can I also do 11U? Okay, can I have U be high priority, U be a higher priority? Because I don't know. Does that tell me? It doesn't tell me how many construction parts it is. And that's not going to tell me either, is it? No, it's just going to tell me the uni cost. All right. Can I have you all be marked as high priority? Because I'm somewhat worried about running out of construction parts. 1.1k. No, actually, we might be okay. Although these need an awful lot each. Yeah. Can you be higher priority 2, and you be higher priority 2, and you be higher priority. Well, you're already being built. Okay. Tank. Tank has 4,000 water in it. That's probably going to be enough. You start having fuel. I don't want you getting mox fuel. Just going to have normal fuel in this one. We're going to turn on that so you can self-regulate. Also, we're going to turn off. So we cut all the way back down on the power now because I just don't need it because a lot of the base is turned off. Okay. Well, we got enough to build a whole reactor. Okay, can I remove that? Okay, I'm going to let you self-regulate. It costs me a little bit of computing. The computing is not expensive. It's 12 teraflops. All right. I need you to turn on. We're going to run you at power level 2 to get you started. And that should bring us up to 120, 240, 360. 360 plus another 60 is 380. So we have 380 megawatts, potentially up to 420. 120 to multiply by 4, 480. So we have 420 currently, and we can have potentially up to 480. Yep, megawatts worth of total electrical power. So, what stuck where? You have titanium. You can't get to here. Is your problem you can't get to there, or is your problem that you are treed in? Can you move to here? You can move to here. Okay. So you can't get to here because why? Because everywhere I built those new bits happen to block your access. Okay, can I put that there? And can I remove? No, can I remove that pillar? Thank you. And can I remove that pillar? Thank you. All right, now you guys should be able to drive through. Can I have you back, please? Show me navigation. Yeah, you can now get in here perfectly fine. All right, so we should. No, okay, it is empty. All right, we should be in a case where I can now get the rest of titanium and aluminium up and running, because that's what I really want to do. I want to get the rest of this up and built, hence I have a decent workforce available. First thing I'm going to do is I get these guys built, because they deal with the extra CO2. So can I get those done? And I have 32 units, so not a lot. Okay, can I get your jams? No. Oh, your jam. Okay, that explains why aluminium's not full. I sort of expected aluminium to be full by now. And you're not running because output's full. Output's full. Output's full. You're showing aluminium. Okay, so our titanium died because our aluminium died. Yeah, that seems about right. All right. So what I want to do is I want to get aluminium to a 50% running state. So can I get you done? Can I get you and you done? And then can I get you done? Now, aluminium, I'm going to explain this up just quickly. If you're interested in the actual blueprint itself, like I said, the blueprint is available on Patreon because it just took a lot of hours. Like, this was a 1 and a bit day project to put together this blueprint and make sure it all works. It's a bit of a nightmare when you start talking about, well, aluminium integrated with titanium, integrated with electronics 4, which we haven't even got to yet, plus dealing with all the waste products on site, plus making like brine and graphite, a number of other products on site. And also, well, as I have a whole lot of low pressure steam here, rather than just venting it, taking the easy way out, processing it on site to make sure that we've got some free power back out of the system, all that sort of stuff, it takes a lot of time. Anyway, we have a balancer up here. Okay, the balancer up here is here for one strict reason, and that is, if this is running flat out, producing nothing but aluminium, technically you can run all 5 of these, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. But if you're producing titanium, some of your aluminium's going over here, only half of one of these buildings worth, So technically, you still have bonus aluminium. But if you turn on electronics 4, which use some of the aluminum power, then you're also going to consume some of your potential aluminium plate. Hence why we have a balancer in here. This makes sure this machine runs, and this machine potentially never runs. So I'm actually not even going to build that machine. I'm going to build the molten channel to see if it ever fills up. Well, it might fill up because I haven't actually done anything with things yet, but we'll see. Right, can I get you and you built? Can I get this whole channel built? Probably helps if you need that piece and that piece at least, so they can turn on. Can I get oh, actually, can I get those 3 done? Can I get all of the red mud turned on? Can I get both of you done to deal with the well, more titanium in? Can I get all of you to deal with the titanium sponge? Can I get you done? Can I get you to make more titanium chloride? And can I have you guys turn on to deal with well, to make more pure titanium chloride? And that should be everything turned on, I hope. We're just going to drag from there to there in case I missed a little pipe or something. And that should turn on everything. I have 7 uni in my name, so I can't really go through and start spending uni on things. You guys, okay, you guys are dug out sand. Can you come and dig that part, please? And that part and that part. Yeah, okay. Can I have low supply of household appliances? Okay, and that is because we're going through 82 of them. And we produce 24 times 3, which I think is not 82. It is not. Right. Can I have you built? You built. Can I have you built as well? And then this electronics belt is very poor. Can I have you upgraded back to that point? And then you guys are using 16, so that's 16, 32, 64 total. So you and you need to be upgraded, and then we should be fine. Glass rocking chairs, we're just going to assume are fine. Actually, what are we doing? 121. 32 is 128. We're using 121, so we're just on the limit. But now I can see I have a computing problem, which means I go over here. I need to turn on you, which I don't have the uni to build. Or is it construction parts? It's construction parts. Awesome. Can I have you be priority 1? Yeah, you're gonna have to be a priority 1. Actually, we're gonna do one better. We're going to go to you, and we're just gonna say trucks can not export for just a minute, because I sort of need to have the computing running so we can make construction parts. Yeah, that's sort of important. Can I go back to this? Can I 120? Okay, and we have 36 in stock. Awesome. All right, so that should be power up and running. That should be the rest of this up and running. These are all very expensive. Like this is 300 construction parts. Tier 4 construction parts. That's another 300. These are 140 each. This is like the super late game where everything costs you hundreds of construction parts. In fact, you can see anything that was construction parts 3 is already done, whereas anything construction parts 4 is not done quite yet. Can I have you not withhold the construction parts 3 for just a little bit so I can get this thing built? Yeah, just let them all flow through. And curiosity for you, you are still capped out. You're still, well, you're over the cap. And yeah, we're just running short on 3s because I'm spending at this point pretty much nothing but 3s and 4s. And I have 50, 60, 50 still, 60. We're halfway there. All right. So I need to have that up and running. Whilst we wait on that, what's our problem? Okay, so dump trucks are stuck up a hill. Yep, congratulations. Can you be uni recovered and uni recovered and uni recovered and uni recovered and uni recovered? Excellent. All right, special ops. Oh, can we go there? Cool, they finished that project. All right, can I have you guys edit area? Can I just, oh, actually, can I just do this? Can we have you do that? Also, oh, actually, and you meant to dig through to here. Okay, we'll leave the little diggy boys doing that. Okay, can I go to low supply of electronics? Really? That's not good. That is very low. Okay, can we turn on you? Can I upgrade you the next tier as well, which needs more construction parts. I have 120. Great, can I do that? And then I still need to put servers in this, and then I need now another 40 to get this building up and running. You are going to output 48. Yep, so I need that belt upgraded. So you're going to do 50, 100, 150, 200. Can I have that belt upgraded on principle? And you need another minute or two to get the parts. And then we're just bleeding through electronics because you're using a lot of electronics 1s to make 2s, and using a lot of 2s to make 3s. And we haven't even got, and that's currently for construction, well, a lot of 2s for construction parts. We haven't even got to converting our electronics 2, electronics 3 into 4. There's too many electronics in the game. Okay, so that should solve that problem. That should be you up and running. Did I add servers? You. No. Can you have a whole lot of servers in your rack? Excellent. Okay. So this is now running full speed, and I sort of want to fill in that little bit because I would really like to probably put an extra row of servers right here. Can I make sure you everywhere is assigned to you? You guys are doing that corner currently. Can I edit area? Can you just wander over here for a minute? That'd be awesome. You are set to empty. Can I have you export into that tower, please? Cool. All right. So household goods, electronics, plutonium we know about, vehicle parts we know about. All sort of blocked is the old. This is the new coal. And this is purely because your rock is full, and that's because all the trucks are very busy, very, very busy, in fact. So I was right. I should just pump out 5 more of those guys. Yeah. Can I get the first one built at least? All right. So we're going to have another couple of trucks. Also, I think maybe it's time that I get this rock station up and built as well. Uni 16. That's 26. Cool. I can't afford that even. All right. Can I get that done? And can we go to... train, can I go to the Rocky train, and can I get you to have a friend? Yep. Oh, actually, did I set that up with both stations? Did I set them up for all 3 of them? But I didn't set you. Can I have a train limit of 1? Can I go to, where are we? You have a train limit of 1, and you have a train limit of 1. Ideally, I'd like to have a train limit of 2, so like this one can support a train behind it, but that means I need to have more trains overall. I don't need the extra trains currently. We're relying on trucks to do a lot of deliveries. What is your problem? You can't get to that. Why the hell can't you get to that? You can't get to the belts. Okay, the belts I can understand. All right, can I have the belts built with the power of Uni? Because that can stretch to just about anywhere. All right, so that solves that problem. They are all loading. Yep, that's all in the load direction. And I'm not going to bother building with Uni. It's fine. It can happen in good time. And where are we? So we are filling up in plutonium. Plutonium, I can put in extra storage. Also, same time, I can put in more storage for more depleted uranium. But currently, I am making 4 uranium rods, and currently I'm burning in each reactor 2 uranium rods. So 2, 4, 6, 8 potentially, if I need all the power, if everything's running at full speed, which it's going to be running at full speed as we keep turning on more things, and as the rest of this gets built out. Which means in the next episode, I need to fairly quickly look at research. I need to fairly quickly look at, getting our rocketry program up and running, because I really want the fast burning reactor. But that requires space research, which means I need to get a space station up and running. I need to get a rocketry program up and running. I need to get a space program up and running. And I need to sort of get this research as quickly as possible, which means the very next episode, that's going to be the way we're heading. But for right now, what I need to do is I need to leave the video here because it's been long enough. We got all enough done. I do need to stockpile just a construction part of 3, which we're going to let the trucks get access to again. And I'm going to see you in the next episode where hopefully, we can start looking into a rocketry program. And we're still borderline on power. Wow. Okay, can I take that reactor? Can I just max it out? Yeah. Cool. All right, more power. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to call it here. As always, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the very next video. All right.